vice principals,
distinguished guests,
members of the academic and ancillary staffs,
parents,
audience,
family members,
friends,
well-wishers, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Que tengan una tarde bendecida ustedes.
Yulegimene, Hespera, Hymin, Hasin.
There goes the Spanish, there goes the Greek. They just greet. A blessed evening to you all. Yo soy Rihanna Edwards. Mi nombre es Tajana Taylor.
me llamo Connie Gordon,
Ego Aini, Daniel Smith.
And we are
the valedictorians of Black State Business.
It is with tremendous pride, honor, and gratitude that we celebrate this special occasion as representatives of the 2026 graduating class of the St. Mary High School. This victorious celebration of our 5 years journey is made possible because our sovereign God has predestined this moment with intentionality, revealing our development, resilience, and the diligent pursuit of excellence. Today is a grand day of celebration, reflection, and gratitude.
In 2021, our batch of students were graciously handed a roadmap. The Creator commanded that this is exactly how your high school journey would go. But we set out in trepidation and abnormal uncertainty. Not because we lacked ambition, but because no normal roadmap could have predicted
Virtual classroom, unstable internet,
Hopeless SBAs,
changing of examination formats, tropical storms,
power outages,
Hurricane Melissa, and a plethora of unexpected twists and turns to keep us permanently on our toes.
so we arrived at St. Mary High School with our roadmaps. And we did not know then was that roadmap just following that perfect. No, roadmap from learning
How to navigate the roads when things change. At first, many of us thought education was mainly about grades, certificates, and passing examinations. Over time, however, we discovered that education, as Nelson Mandela wisely said, is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Because indeed, education is much about developing discipline, responsibility, resilience, character, and purpose.
Now it's time to begin the journey.
Our roadmap starting point was 2021, one of the most challenging periods in modern history. What was it, teammates?
the COVID-19 pandemic.
While previous batches began St. Mary High School by walking through those olive gates, seeing and greeting classmates face to face, and navigating their way around campus, we began ours staring at screens.
Our first classrooms were,
Virtual,
our first interactions were,
through microphones,
our first challenge was,
simply staying connected.
Frozen screens, drop calls, and internet outages became part of daily life. Sometimes successfully joining a class felt like a greater achievement than the course itself. Yet we learned an important lesson.
progress is still possible when circumstances are far from ideal.
Especially being guided by our wise and intentional GPS authorities, principal, Mrs. Julia Fraser Sakara, and great supervisors, Mrs. Camilla Watson and Mr. Willie Scarlett. What felt like a dead end was really the first entry. And as it turns
Detours became a recurring theme of our journey.
In just a few seconds, turn right to approach grade 8.
We finally returned to school in 2022 and immediately earned a reputation as the problem batch of noise and disorder. Looking back, we're not really problematic, but we're simply unguided vessels trying to navigate the new transition of being students again. You see, we lack the requisite knowledge of the St. Mary High School rules and regulations by means of orientation drills. So after spending months behind screens, we had to be steered by our supervisors, Mrs. Raffington and Mrs. Simsbury, to learn how to raise real hands instead of virtual ones, how to build friendships outside of group chats, and how to navigate classroom culture instead of Zoom links. We had spent so much time imagining the reality of high school that when we finally arrived, we excitedly tried to figure out who each person was in this new environment.
It was even more excitement for us when our roadmaps directed us to Eastern Cham. All we heard that year was St. Mary High School wins champs. It was our first school trip to the National Stadium, and although we were nervous about going, we showed up, we cheered, we believed, and of course our school won. It was the 7th week consecutive victory for St. Mary High School, and our batch experienced our first real taste of school pride. Our school celebration of this victory had us proudly marching around the parade square with the cadets beating drums and athletes and the cheerleaders happily chanting,
St. Mary High, home field!
Many of us can still hear the chant today. Looking back now, we may have been slightly louder than necessary.
In 30 seconds, advance the steep hill to grade 9 to be bombarded with magnitude of 16 subjects.
16 subjects.
16!
We felt as though our timetables had personally declared war on our individual free time. Grade 9 was also when we were asked one of the biggest questions of our young lives. What do you want to become?
Me, a pilot.
Or me, a sports person.
Me, a theologian.
And don't forget me, an accountant!
Whichever career. Many of us started hearing the saxophone every time someone asked us our plans after high school. Subject selection felt like standing at a major intersection with dozens of roads stretching in different directions. How were 14-year-olds supposed to know exactly where life was going? Yet, somehow, along with our parents, we made our choices and continued forward.
Looking back now, grade 9 was not just about choosing subjects. It was really about learning to choose direction. For those who were losing their way, my GPS authorities, Mr. Josephs and Miss Harrison, would say,
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
At the next intersection, turn left toward SBA Boulevard. There you will find Miss Harrison and Miss Valentine, grade 10.
What did we find there? Instead of teachers finding us, we suddenly had to find them as professional speed walkers, racing from classroom to classroom while trying to understand timetables, new teachers, new pools, and occasionally our own sanity. What else did we find there?
SBA,
Lab reports multiplied.
projects appearing from every direction.
different subject deadlines somehow landing on the exact same day.
Sleepless nights.
At times, it felt as though every teacher had secretly formed a committee dedicated to coordinating deadlines.
You have now arrived at your final destination, where there is peak hour traffic. Grade 11.
The year of caution where CSEC and graduation were no longer distant landmarks somewhere on the horizon. They were now directly in front of us, and our grade supervisors, Miss Harrison, Mrs. Davidson, and Mr. Johnson, cautioned us of the heavy traffic that we surely never forget. If you were late,
Think about graduation.
if you forgot your homework,
Think about graduation.
if you were talking too much,
Think about graduation.
if you breathed too loudly,
Think about graduation.
at some point, many of us started hearing those words in our dreams. But looking around today, it is safe to say their persistence has paid off.
Just when we thought we were sailing smoothly on highway, guess who turned up unexpectedly? Hurricane Melissa arrived! Melissa, Melissa, Melissa! That name became a source of collective anxiety. With nothing against the Melissas of the world, for our year group, we were convinced that every Melissa in Jamaica had to start introducing herself with a disclaimer. Once more, just like during COVID-19,
School closed, schedules changed,
Attendance became phased and online.
syllabus completion and CXC exams seem further away than ever.
For years, previous students spoke about CXC as if it were some legendary final boss waiting at the end of a cul-de-sac. We heard stories of endless papers encountering impossible topics and enough stress to last a lifetime. Then somehow, our route shifted in an unanticipated direction. Significant changes were introduced to the structure of this year's CSEC exams, and what seemed like an easier path, ironically, became a different challenge, which led us to a common crossroad, where many of us found ourselves asking the same question:
Were we being punished? Our journey was anything but smooth. It was filled with potholes in all different shapes and sizes. COVID, internet issues, 16 subjects, SBA, Melissa, and CSEC exams. Honestly, the only thing missing was a zombie apocalypse. Yet, every detour taught us something. Every roadblock strengthened us, and every pothole forced us to adapt.
You have arrived at your final destination.
Today, we stand as proof that with faith, hard work, and perseverance, the destination is possible. As we celebrate this milestone, we call to remembrance our classmate, Kwesi Thompson, who has predeceased us. Please.
before we leave, we would like to express our sincere gratitude. Today's celebration could have never been possible without the help of God and so many amazing people. To our teachers and administrators, we honor you for investing your time, energy, and expertise into our growth, even when we occasionally tested you to the limits. To our principals along the way, Mrs. Fraser Sadar and Major Christine Wright, our vice principals who have served, Mrs. King, Mr. Taylor, and Mrs. Eaton Grant. But most importantly, God, we are grateful for your ardent and diligent nurturing on this difficult journey.
To our parents, guardians, family, we applaud your many sacrifices. Early morning, late night, encouraging words, and act of support. You celebrated our victories, carried us through disappointment, and reminded us to keep going when traversing the road became bumpy. We joyfully share the successes of this journey.
Celebrations galore to our fellow graduates and friends as we celebrate your unforgettable memories and laughters that could be heard from the grade 11 block to the town. You've made this journey so unforgettable. One unforgettable, remarkable memory Is Daniel evangelizing fearlessly to everyone in the school? Class of 2026, today marks the end of one chapter, but not the end of our story. The future for some of us is well certain, but others are still figuring it out, which is okay, as life really unfolds according to plan. Garnering one clear message from our journey: the most meaningful growth occurs when plans change. As Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future."
We began high school during a pandemic, faced unexpected detours, roadblocks, and storms, yet we kept moving forward. Here we are, despite the road being bumpy, still standing, hopeful and believing, because we refused to stop traveling.
Every detour taught us something, every roadblock strengthened us, and every unexpected turn helped shape who we are today.
As we stand at this crossroad of our lives, preparing to leave the familiar roads of secondary school, I encourage you to think of your future as a journey. No journey is successful without direction. And just as a GPS guides a traveler to their destination, we must allow God to guide our paths. As the King Solomon wisely admonishes us, remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1.
Let God be the compass that keeps you on course. Along the road ahead, there will be smooth highways, unexpected detours, and occasional potholes. There will be moments when your plans change and times when you may feel lost. Yet every challenge presents an opportunity to grow. Do not allow yesterday's setback to prevent you from moving forward today.
Remember that success is not merely reaching a destination. As Albert Schweitzer said, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Therefore, pursue the dreams and purpose that God has placed in your heart.
Today, we live with more than certificates and examination results. We live with experiences, friendships, memories, and lessons that have prepared us for the roads ahead. Most importantly, we live knowing that we are capable of achieving far more than we once imagined.
As we continue our journey, may we travel with courage, navigate challenges with determination, embrace opportunities with confidence, and celebrate success with humility. Though our routes may differ, may we never lose sight of the values that have guided us thus far. Class of 2026, our secondary school journey has reached its destination, but the road ahead is only the beginning. May we trust God's guidance, follow His direction, and confidently pursue the future He has prepared for us. Congratulations, graduates of 2026, and may God bless each and every one of you.
Give them a round of applause, please. Colin Gordon, Daniel Smith, and Tajan Taylor. Bob 66. Well done. You have a new name. Class of 2026 is Bob 66. That's so peaceful. Thank you.